I'm here alongside our players of the game, AJ Vasco and Freddie Forgione. Fellas, what a win tonight. 5 in a row now at home. How's it feel?
I mean, it's amazing. Started out struggling, but got hot, and I mean, keep it rolling.
Do you think those costly errors by Vermont were kind of a part of that big 7 run inning?
100%. I mean, teams can't make mistakes against us, otherwise we'll capitalize on it. And we just ran with that lead and never let it go.
AJ, how did it feel to get that double back in the first?
It feels really good, just to get the team started, get the inning going and stuff. So, yeah, it felt really good.
And last thing, Freddie, how does it feel? 20 RBIs now on the season, league leader in the Futures League. That's why we call you the Long Island Railroad.
I mean, just my teammates out here getting on base and giving me the opportunity to drive them in. So, thankful for them and taking advantage of it.
Alongside me, the upcoming freshman Gabriel Torado with a bomb tonight. How did it feel to get that bomb here at home?
Definitely felt great. Definitely early in the season struggled at home a little bit. It's nice to finally get some hits on the board back at home for the home crowd. Guy hung a nice slider, but could have put a good swing on it, and that was pretty much it.
You've been batting .700 in your past 7 games, getting 2 Player of the Night awards on the Futures League Network. How's it feel?
Feels great, man. It's great to compete against really good pitchers from all around New England. Just ready to look forward to the next series we got here.
And, of course, the number one thing, you guys are red hot. 5 in a row now. How does it feel? You're clicking as a team. You're improving. You're now 15 and 11 on the year. How's it feel?
Feels great. The pitching's really been coming through, making a lot of good pitches in big scenarios, and the bats have come through just as much. Hitters are getting hotter and hotter, and it's just been great watching guys like Kyle just crush balls over the scoreboard and whatnot, but it's been awesome.
You heard it here first. I'm TJ Labby here from New Britain Stadium. Make sure to come back to the ballpark tomorrow night as they play the Brockton Rocks. A crazy finish here from hard-hitting New Britain tonight. I'm here with our players of the game, Kyle Carlson and Justin Hackett. Justin, I'll first come to you. Last night on Color Commentary, I was talking to you how rough breaks at the plate with those flyouts, but tonight, a grand slam, 5 RBIs. How's it feel?
It feels great. I just had the same approach that before, just trying to take good swings and keep trying to drive people in.
And Kyle, to you, how does it feel? Bases loaded, game on the line, and you got it done.
No, that's great. It's like one of those things that as a kid growing up playing baseball you dream of. So I'm glad I was able to bring it out to the team today. It was back and forth for a long time, so I'm glad we got on top for sure.
The last things for both of you, how's it feel that kept fighting game in, game out? It was a tough win tonight, but you guys got it done. How's it feel?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, I've only been with these guys for a couple of days, but I can see everyone plays hard, no one gives up, and we're going to keep going at it every day.
Yeah, it's back up what Justin said. We have a great group of guys, great pitchers, great hitters, great chemistry, and I'm glad to see that we're starting to get going with these wins.
Tonight, the Bees showed why they are in hard-hitting New Britain. I'm with today's player of the game, Freddie Forgione, a 3-run bomb tonight. What was your mindset going to the plate and finally breaking out of a little bit of a slump recently and getting your 5th home run right off the scoreboard?
Yeah, we faced this kid last week, kind of knew how he was attacking the zone. I was looking for that fastball middle in, and I got one before that, fouled it off, then I got another one and didn't miss it.
And what's the mindset in the clubhouse? You guys are on a big playoff push right now, getting this big one against Brockton. Hopefully trying to close it out on the weekend. How you feeling on that?
I mean, the whole clubhouse, we're all confident. I mean, we're really starting to mesh right now, and I mean, the Bees are hot. That's all I can say.
8-4 the final from New Britain. Come back tomorrow night as the Bees take on the Brockton Rocks. It's opening night here in hard-hitting New Britain. Tonight, the New Britain Bees take on the Vermont Lake Monsters. We are very excited to welcome back the New Britain faithful to New Britain Stadium. It's going to be a good one. Bees last season finished 30-25 and just were so close to winning the Futures League Championship, but they face a powerful Vermont lineup tonight.
Yeah, TJ, I just want to say I'm very stoked for this opening night. What is better than some summertime baseball? Let's talk about who's coming into town tonight. The Vermont Lake Monsters, a team that just finished 3 games over 500 last year, 29-26. Let's talk about a couple guys coming into the Lake Monsters this summer to look out for as you're watching the game tonight. Leandro Guevara, he played for AIC, won an All-East Region Team Award this past spring. And Cooper Berry, another player that played for Pomona, his respective college this past spring. He also had a great spring. Now, TJ, I just wanted to mention, that's just 2 out of the 9 guys for this Vermont Lake Monsters team that batted over 300 this past spring. So expect this team to put a lot of wood on the bat for this series against the Bees.
Oh, yeah, and this Bees team, very powerful coming in. Ryan Perez coming back, a returner. Connor Willett, reliever. Big reliever for New Britain last year coming into this season. And also look out for Jack Kane. He had a .428 average at St. Joseph's, Connecticut for his freshman season. That's all you need to know on the hard-hitting pregame show. Make sure to come out to New Britain Stadium tonight. From hard-hitting New Britain, welcome to New Britain Stadium. It's Education Day, and these seats are going to be filled with a bunch of fifth graders in the New Britain School District as the New Britain Bees take on the Vermont Lake Monsters. They got taken down last night by a score of 8-4. Some rough pitching and a big offensive Vermont lineup tallying 12 hits. What does New Britain need to do to win this game today?
Yeah, and I think yesterday the real problem for New Britain was the pitching. Ben Oliveira, he had it good through the first 3 innings, but only pitched 3 2/3. Couldn't get through the 4th inning. The issue was, I think, TJ, and that one for him was the amount of walks. Walks are not good in baseball. That will cost you a lot of runs. Vermont had a 5-run 4th inning, which eventually bolted them to an 8-4 victory. New Britain was chopping back, scoring some runs in the 7th and 8th inning, but the rain was coming down. It still is now, but the kids are coming in. We're ready for Education Day, and we'll see what the Bees have in store as some of the guys look to get off to a better start than last night.
Colin Blake takes the mound for the Bees today. Kids are rolling in. Come on out to New Britain Stadium. From hard-hitting New Britain, it's the hard-hitting pregame show as the New Britain Bees take on the Westfield Starfires. New Britain Bees are looking for their first home win of the season and their first win of the season against the Westfield Starfires, 1-1 coming into this series. New Britain has had struggles as of late with runners in scoring position as they've left 19 runners on base in the span of 2 games. But Westfield, they have not had that issue at all. They've had 22 runners come across the plate in just 2 games. So, Ben, what do the Bees need to do to win this game tonight?
Well, as you said, TJ, that's been the theme. It's been the Bees unable to score with guys in scoring position. They haven't had many hits. They've only had a couple of extra base hits. Yesterday, the pitching was really good, however. Colin Blake got the start. He went 4 innings. The bullpen was all in all pretty good, besides that 7th inning where Vermont played some small ball to get the run across. Bees need that timely hitting tonight and a good start on the mound.
The freshman Tyler Stone from Virginia Tech takes the hill for the New Britain Bees. This is the hard-hitting pregame show. I'm TJ Labby along with Ben Eskin. Come out to the ballpark. On a beautiful Friday night, the New Britain Bees take down the Nashua Silver Knights. The Bees have had a rough go of it as of late with 2 extra inning losses, including one against Worcester last night. The hitting has unfortunately fizzled out in the later innings, but a bright spot for New Britain has been their pitching, including Joe DiRienzo, who is on an 11-inning scoreless streak.
Yeah, probably the best start from New Britain. He went 6 strong, only allowing 3 hits. The best start for New Britain so far this season. The pitching has been the bright spot. Pitchers getting ahead of counts. 0-2, 1-2. They've been getting the job done. The relief pitching also has been really good so far this summer for New Britain. It was just that 9th inning last game where New Britain got a little carried away and lost that one. 4-3 against Worcester last night. But Jack Sheldon takes the mound tonight. First start this summer for the Bees, for him, and he looks to keep up that strong pitching for the Bees.
And hopefully New Britain can get those hitting shoes on tonight against a tough Nashua Silver Knights team. Make sure to come out to the ballpark. On a partly cloudy Friday night, the New Britain Bees take on the Vermont Lake Monsters. The Bees have been hot as of late with 3 straight wins in a row on the road, but Vermont has also been very hot. They are one of the best teams in the Futures League and are in first place in the division, but the Bees stringing past behind in 4th place and looking to bring more damage here tonight. What more do they need to do?
Yeah, TJ, and honestly, this is the best we've seen the Bees play all summer so far. Like you said, 3-game winning streak coming into this one, taking down what was the number 1 seed, the Worcester Bravehearts, and now the Bees are, like I said, on a 3-game winning streak, so playing very well. The pitching is there, the consistency is there for them. The hitting also chugging along. Camden Riggy's been on fire. Colin Crowley. That whole middle of the order has been impressive for the Bees. Ben Oliveira on the pitching side of things pitched a really good start yesterday. 6 innings, definitely the best start for any New Britain starter this summer so far. So look for the bats and pitching to stay hot as the Bees look to win 4 in a row but it won't be easy against a very, very good Lake Monsters team who now regains first place in the Futures League.
You don't mess with the ace, but Joe Cool takes the mound. Joe DiRienzo on the hill for New Britain here tonight. On a beautiful Saturday night, the New Britain Bees take on the Vermont Lake Monsters in Game 2 of this two-game set. New Britain was showing wider and hard-hitting with 9 runs last night, including RBIs by Bennett Carrar, Julius Rosado, Colin Crowley, Caleb Miller, and P.J. Hughes. Caleb Miller having a 2-run shot, the first one here at New Britain Stadium. So hopefully we can see more of that offensive effort against Vermont tonight as Tyler Stone takes the hill. Julius Rosado batting second, and Colin Crowley will be batting third in this New Britain lineup. And also, it's fireworks night, so make sure to bring your family and friends to the ballpark to see some great fireworks after a New Britain Bees game. Make sure to come out. On a hot Sunday afternoon, the New Britain Bees take on the Norwich Sea Unicorns in the 7th installment of the rivalry of Connecticut. New Britain unfortunately snapped a 4-game winning streak last night as they lost against Vermont. A bunch of defensive mistakes, but hopefully looking to capitalize against Norwich, who hasn't been the best Norwich team in the Futures League this season. They split a doubleheader back at home against the Nashville Silver Knights and come in here to try and keep their winning ways going against New Britain, but hopefully Carson Parrott on the mound can stop that.
Yeah, Carson Parrott has been amazing this summer so far. We should only see an opening start from him today, just having over a 2 ERA, so he's been fantastic this summer. The pitching is not the problem. However, the hitting back into the dumpsters yesterday. We look to see a New Britain team who hopes to score the 9 runs they scored 2 nights ago against Vermont in Game 1 of the 2-game series. And it should be a beautiful time to do so on a very hot Sunday afternoon here. Bark at the park, so it will be very loud today, and hopefully the New Britain bats will also be pretty loud today.
And not only bark in the park, it's a dominant 7-1 win here in New Britain. I'm TJ Labby with our player of the game, Julius Rosado, the upcoming freshman going to Rutgers. 2 for 4 on the day, 2 RBIs, including that big triple back in that big second inning. How are you feeling going to the plate?
I'm feeling great right now. Seeing the ball really well. Just doing everything I can to help the team win. The boys are hot. I've got here on Tuesday, and I'm 5-1 since getting here, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a high school stud, ladies and gentlemen. He's eventually going to hit a home run. 5-1 on this homestand. The Bees, or 5-1 currently. The Bees are going. Staying hot. What do you do to continue on going into July?
Just keeping the energy in the dugout, keeping it alive in the clubhouse. Just having fun, being together, being a team in general, and taking that onto the field and just having a good time.
He's going to be a stud, kids. July 1st is the next time New Britain's back in action against the Sea Unicorns. From a beautiful suite at New Britain Stadium, we're under the air conditioning. Hopefully you are too at your homes, but please come out to the ballpark tonight. Bring some fans to keep yourself warm. The New Britain Bees take on the Norwich Sea Unicorns in the 8th installment of the rivalry of Connecticut. New Britain, hot as of late, has won 5 out of their last 6, and hopefully keeping it going here tonight. Rosado in the cleanup spot. He was the big guy in that win against Norwich back on Sunday with 2 RBIs. And hopefully tonight New Britain can keep that stretch going against a tough and rough Norwich team as of late. What do they need to do tonight to get the win?
Yeah, we're in here for a reason. It's a very, very hot one tonight, but the Bees are also hot, and it's a perfect time for them to get back to 500, and they take on Norwich, which is a team they beat on Sunday, 7-1, scoring 7 runs, and James Tobin on the mound tonight for the Bees. Hasn't been the brightest, but, the offense has been really good. New Britain winning 5 of their last 6 games. The offense has been really, really good. That's been their bright spot. The pitching has slowly gotten a little better also. Good game against Norwich last Sunday, only allowing 1 run against them. But it should be a fun one. Julius Rosado, as you were saying, TJ, he's been playing great. 2 for 4 on Sunday. The rest of the offense also getting hits. It was a fun one on Sunday, and expect another good one tonight. Norwich starting pitcher has not been doing good so far this season, so expect the Bees to chip away tonight on offense.
Yes, and it's the start of July. Hopefully the Bees can start off hot. Another hot Wednesday evening, the New Britain Bees take on the Westfield Starfires. Basically, copy and paste everything I said last night. New Britain, 5-1 currently on this stretch, facing a team that's been one of the roughest in the Futures League in the Westfield Starfires. New Britain coming into this 14-15, while the Starfires 8-22. And if the Bees can win tonight, they can get up to 500. What do they need to do to win?
Yeah, TJ, it's a battle between 2 of the worst teams in the Futures League. The Bees in 4th, the Starfires are in 6th. We have a heck of a pitching matchup tonight. It all starts in the mound, I think, in Garrett Garbinski for the Bees. He's had both the role as a starter and a reliever this season. He has an ERA of 0, hasn't given up a run. And on the opposing side, Owen Callahan. He's making the start, his second of the summer, and he also hasn't given up a run. Something's got to give tonight.
Indeed, something does have to give. And Julius Rosado, one of the top hitters in the New Britain lineup, takes the leadoff spot as the New Britain Bees take on Starfires. I'm with the upcoming UConn freshman Cam Riggy, getting Riggy with it, with a 2-run bomb today, propelling the Bees to a big 7-4 win over the Nashua Silver Knights. Now, man, Gatorade, Connecticut Gatorade Player of the Year, you've just been hot as of late. Getting a 2-run bomb, it's a hard part to get a home run in. How'd you feel getting it?
I'll tell you what, I didn't know if it was going to get out when I hit it pretty low, so I started chugging out of the box. I thought I was going to probably get a triple, but it just kept going. It was good to see it go out.
You guys had a difficult stretch as of late with Nashua. They've had your number all season, but a big win today. What do you need to do coming into this big home stretch this week?
Hey, just keep grinding. We love to be here. We love to play here. It's a great vibe, great energy. So we're excited for it.
I got Gabriel Tirado last year. He's joining them at UConn this year. Bees win it 7-4. Live from the broadcast booth, it's the hard-hitting pregame show. The New Britain Bees take on the Vermont Lake Monsters. They've been good in morning games as of late, with a rough loss last night, 9-6. And James Tobin on the mound, 4 hitless innings. What do the Bees need to do in front of this Camp Day crowd?
Yeah, TJ, it was the 4th and 5th inning that did the Bees in last night. Vermont put up 4 in the 4th, 5 in the 5th, and they were aided by a lot of walks. His pitching struggled last night. Offense was pretty good, however. Camden Riggy had 2 hits. He had a ringing triple, nearly a home run. It banged off the top of the wall. Julius Rosado had a nice day. He had 3 hits, and Cade Bernardo, who had a fantastic season collegiately at Endicott, makes his season debut today for the Bees, playing first base.
Yeah, and the same 4-headed monster as last night. Getty sticking with his top 4 with Riggy batting leadoff, Rosado second, Crowley third, Staubly fourth, and they got a big Camp Day crowd coming up at New Britain Stadium. On yet another steamy Friday evening, the New Britain Bees take on the Nashua Silver Knights. The Bees have been on a roller coaster, winning one, then losing, then winning, then losing. They need to figure out how to develop some consistency, but luckily, the team they're facing tonight, the Silver Knights, they were able to get a big win on Sunday, thanks in part to Cam Riggy's 2-run shot, and the top 4 in the lineup all week still there. What do they need to do to win tonight?
Yeah, TJ, the top of the lineup for the Bees has been fantastic. Matt Gedman rolling with those same 4 yet again. Garrett Garbinski's on the mound, and TJ, we've said it all season. He's been spectacular. He still has that scoreless inning streak. 16 innings. He's yet to give up a run. His strikeout-to-walk ratio remains fantastic. Expect to see him throw 3 innings. But on the flip side, Nashua going with Matt Fitzgibbon, who's making his 6th start of the summer, and he's had a great season for the Silver Knights, so he could be seeing a pitcher's duel tonight at New Britain Stadium.
The top 4 was dominated against Worcester last night, but hopefully they can bounce back against this Nashua team and gain some ground in the standings. This is hard-hitting pregame. On a hot Saturday afternoon, the New Britain Bees take on the Worcester Bravehearts. And as Willie Mays likes to say, let's play 2. It's a doubleheader here at New Britain Stadium. Game 1 just a half hour away. Jack Sheldon takes them out for the New Britain Bees as they are trying to get back in the win category as tempers flared last night against the Silver Knights, but they're hopefully trying to get back in the win column. What do they need to do?
Yeah, let's hope those tempers don't flare again this afternoon for what should be a pretty eventful doubleheader between Worcester and New Britain. And I got my neck fan here. It's a hot one here at the stadium today, 87 degrees. So you're coming out to the ballpark. Make sure to keep cool. Let's talk about the Bees now. Offense hasn't been producing lately. Worcester killed the Bees last time, 12-4. Bees shut out 4-0 yesterday in what seemed like a crazy game all around, as you were saying. Tempers did flare. Matt Gedman was ejected, and even the ball boy was ejected. I don't even know how it's possible, but Bees looking to get back on track, and I think the key to success is the offense. I know they haven't been producing lately, but you got to get out there and you got to take down Worcester, and I know it's going to be tough against Ben Potvin going today for Worcester, and last time he faced the Bees back on July 5th, he pitched 6 1/3. He struck out 7 in that one. He had an impressive start, but Bees back at home tonight. Let's see what they have in store, and it's a doubleheader, so hopefully it's not a big bullpen day for the Bees. Let's run you through it real quick if you guys might not know. 7-inning, 2 games, doubleheader, just like the COVID days in the MLB. Bees are playing 14 innings of baseball today. maybe a little more. We'll see if they go to extras. But looking to get back in the win column this afternoon against a very tough Worcester team in first place.
And Matt, another big thing is that the Bees need to keep Worcester off the base pass. The Bravehearts have outscored the Bees 23-5 in their past 2 games. It was a run rule 11-1 back on Saturday, and they also got crushed 12-4 the last time these two teams meet. Bees need to have cooler heads against the Bravehearts, looking to get a win. Smoky Saturday evening, the New Britain Bees take on the Norwich Unicorns in another installment of the rivalry of Connecticut. Now let's talk standings. New Britain deadlocked in 4th place with the Nashua Silver Knights at 22-27. What do they need to do to get back in the standings, especially against the 3rd place Norwich Unicorns?
Yeah, and it's time for the Bees to lock in. It was a tough loss for them yesterday, but this weekend is very important for them, taking on the 3rd place Norwich Unicorns tonight. Then tomorrow afternoon, back at home against the Nashua Silver Knights, who the Bees are currently tied with. But we got to focus on tonight. Norwich coming into town. You know, it's been rough for both teams of late, but New Britain's back at home. We're back at home. Jack Sheldon taking the mound tonight has not been great. His last start was against Norwich, actually, back on July 19th, a week ago, and he pitched 5 innings in that one. The walks were the issue for him, but it's another night for him to get back on the mound and shove for the Bees.
And you also know how things go in the Futures League. Sometimes a team can be really bad at the start of the season, a.k.a. Norwich. They were hitless. They couldn't figure out the offensive side of the ball, and they couldn't figure out the defensive side of the ball. But now they have been red hot. They have a doubleheader sweep against the Worcester Bravehearts, who are long and away in 1st place in the league. But now they're also finding their stride. They want their 3rd championship in a row.
You know, TJ, that's baseball. You know, some teams will end up having a very bad streak, and then they'll go on a 10-game winning streak. Let's say, for example, the Boston Red Sox in the MLB. That's just what happens. That's what Norwich is doing right now. From one of the worst teams earlier in the year, now into 3rd place. They've been playing very well, of course. But let's look at the Bees offense real quick. A couple changes going on. Colin Crowley's going to be leading off tonight. Camden Riggy in the 4-hole. So manager Matt Gemmon making some changes tonight. We'll see if that changes anything for the Bees tonight after a very tough loss against a very bad Starflies team.
Well, I'll tell you what, having Crowley in the leadoff spot, the contact guy, and then having your power hitter Camden Riggy in the 4-hole, that's a good lineup to see. Bees and Sea Unicorns coming next. I'm TJ Lowry with today's player of the game, El Suavemente, Brennan Stobley, a 2-run RBI double back in that big 4th inning to propel the Bees to a 4-1 win. A breaking slider inside. Were you waiting for that pitch?
Yeah, no, I mean, those guys, they've been pitching fastball curveball all year. And I saw that pop. I got a hold of it. All glory to God.
Nice. And he's been one of the best hitters on the team. He leads the league in doubles with 11 for the New Britain squad. And a big win here today. Now getting yourself into 4th place, but a long road ahead before the playoffs. How do you gear up for that?
Yeah, I mean, our staff's been good all year. Our hitters, we're going to try to do the same thing. The guys been shoving. Miller had a great day today. The hitter's been hitting. We get on base, we get it done.
Player of the game, Brennan Stobley. On a beautiful Tuesday night, the New Britain Bees take on the Nashua Silver Knights, and oh boy, howdy, is this going to be a big one. Playoff implications are on the line. New Britain looking to be tied for 3rd place if they can get a win tonight. Alongside Ben Eskin, welcome into another edition of the hard-hitting pregame show. Now let's talk the history of these two teams here at New Britain Stadium this season. And it has been a doozy. 4 games have been played against them here at New Britain Stadium. Cam Riggy with a home run. They've walked off Nashua this season. Both managers have been ejected on both sides. Gedman getting ejected on a 4-0 loss, and then Carino for Nashua getting ejected the last time these two teams have played. And I even got hit with a foul ball the last time that they played Nashua here. But now it is crucial. The Bees need a big win against the Nashua Silver Knights tonight, and Garrett Garbinski takes them out.
Yeah, TJ, it's this time of year, final week of the regular season. And last week at this time, we were talking about the Bees battling for 4th. They're a game and a half up on Nashua, and as you mentioned, only trailing Norwich right now by a game. So critical games this week. Garrett Garbinski, exactly the guy you want, making the start for the Bees. He's been their best starting pitcher this season. In the lineup, we took a look at it pregame. This is the lineup you think the Bees could run out in the playoffs. It's going to be a battle tonight. Nashua gets a couple of their top players back. Tommy Ehlers and Ernie Little back in the lineup for the Silver Knights.
But talking about a big lineup for the Bees tonight, Riggy in it, Stobley in it, Crowley in it, Slauson, who's been an up-and-comer for New Britain this season, also in it, along with Rosado and a lot of other fan favorites. New Britain takes on Nashua next. I'm here with today's player of the game, Garrett Garbinski. A 5-0 Bees win, and you were dominant. He's obviously been one of our best pitchers this season. 4 2/3, 4 strikeouts, and a big shutout win. How are you feeling out on the mound?
Feel pretty good. My command was there today. I felt like the slider was moving good. The batters, they're doing a great job fighting off with 2 strikes, getting contact in play. But so I was able to get 4 guys away. So yeah, I felt pretty good today.
Of course, a big stretch coming in now. Playoffs right around the corner. A big win against this Nashua team tonight. What's the headspace in the clubhouse?
I mean, it was great win tonight. That was an important win, to put us ahead, more games ahead than Nashua. I think just cruising through this home stretch and then get back here and get to work.
Big B's 5-0 win. They play again tomorrow against Westfield. A partly cloudy Wednesday evening, the New Britain Bees take on the Westfield Starfires, and this is a big one. If New Britain wins tonight, they are headed to the playoffs for the 3rd straight time in their history. And even if they don't win, if Nashua loses, they're in. But more important to focus on tonight against the Westfield Starfires with Max Jarvie on the hill.
Right, got to have on the mound tonight after Garrett Garbinski pitched excellent last night. Max Jarvie, the Wilton native, takes the mound tonight for the Bees. And a week ago from today, he came in relief. He pitched 4 innings in that. Probably, it's safe to say, the best relief appearance out of any Bees, relief pitcher this summer. But he takes the mound tonight, and it was a big win for the Bees yesterday. 5-0 win over Nashua. Now the Bees tied for 3rd place. It's big. They're tied with Norwich now. Probably won't catch Vermont or Worcester because they're playing games over 500. But you look at the Bees now, a way better position what they were at a week ago in 5th place, now up to 3rd place. The Bees are buzzing right into the playoffs, and we have a couple games to go left tonight. And then Friday night, Bees are back at home in the final regular home season game, and then playoffs next week. So definitely a big game tonight against Westfield, the last place team in the Futures League, and Max Jarvie, the right guy to have on the mound tonight.
And obviously, I don't want to jinx anything. It's just my job. The last time that New Britain had a chance to clinch at home, they were unable to do that. They waited until the final game of the season against Worcester last season to clinch and get into the playoffs. But hopefully tonight, in front of hopefully a packed New Britain crowd, they can clinch the playoffs. On a gorgeous Friday evening, the New Britain Bees take on the Norwich Unicorns in our installment of the Rivalry of Connecticut. It's the final regular season game here at New Britain Stadium as they take on the Sea Unicorns. And with a win tonight, they will clinch 3rd place to face the Vermont Lake Monsters on Sunday at Centennial Field, and Colin Blake takes the hill.
Yeah, Colin Blake takes the mound, and before we get into that, TJ, I just wanted to say probably my last pregame here this summer. I probably will not be here for the playoffs, unfortunately, due to going on a vacation at in Delaware, going to the beach. But, we're going to focus on tonight, and the Bees have to end this regular season off strong. As you said, Colin Blake takes them out. It's been rough for him. A 5 ERA, and I don't know the last time we saw him here pitch at home, but last time he pitched was on August 2nd, and it was a decent start. Could have done a little better, but he takes them out back at home tonight. It was a very important game, as you said. The Bees win tonight. They clinch 3rd place, and a very important game, and definitely one of the best Bees lineups you're going to see tonight. It's stacked. Julius Rosado in the lineup again tonight. Brendan Stalby back in the lineup tonight at home. Camden Regan in the lineup again, and George Slauson, he's been unreal. Another home run yesterday in Norwich. He's just been great for the Bees overall, and a very important game, and hopefully the bats can boom because the fireworks will be booming later after the game tonight. And we just wanted to thank all the wonderful interns that have joined the Bees this summer, including myself. It was a true honor, and it's been a great experience this summer, being on air, doing these pre-games with you, Ben Eskin, Connor behind the scenes, and everyone else in the studio that makes these shows incredible. And just wanted to say thank you, and go Bees.
It's been an honor to have you alongside us, Matt Goodman. Again, last night, Slauson with 2 RBIs and Miller with 2 RBIs. Can they bring that firepower on Fireworks Friday here at New Britain? A very humid Monday evening, the New Britain Bees take on the Vermont Lake Monsters in Game 2 of the FCBL playoffs. New Britain unfortunately fell 8-0 against the Vermont Lake Monsters last night over in Vermont after Casey Gouge threw a complete game shutout against the New Britain hitting, who only got 5 hits in total. But tonight, they have the flamethrower, Garrett Garbinski, and how apropos that we have Ben Eskin with us, who's been talking about this guy all season.
Yeah, TJ, feels like every pregame, Garrett Garbinski pitching, and the Bees are going to need him to be so good tonight, which he has been all season. He's only given up 8 runs in one of his appearances. Last night, Casey Goose, you mentioned him for Vermont, was spectacular. 96 pitches in the complete game shutout. Bees have made a couple changes offensively. Tim Hennig's in the lineup tonight. Cade Bernardo's in the lineup, and David Pengel is hitting in the 9 spot. So that's going to look to spark the Bees offense in a winner-go-home matchup.
Yeah, it's go big or go home here in New Britain, but from the bottom of our hearts, we would like to thank you for watching the hard-hitting pregame show this season with Ben Eskin, Matt Goodman, and, of course, Connor Wilson behind the dish. And we thank you so much for tuning in to New Britain Baseball. The key word of tonight is the Bees are not dead yet. Garrett Garbinski, Evan Mello, today's players of the game. Garrett, you were fantastic again. A shutout outing, 5 scoreless innings, and Evan Mello getting it done, 2 scoreless, 8th and 9th, to bring the Bees to a crucial 1-0 victory and tying this series up at 1. Garrett, how are you feeling on that mound tonight?
I was feeling good. I was trying to cruise. I had 65 pitches to work with, so I was just trying to get some ground balls, get some outs, work through, get 5 innings, scoreless, and hand it off to the rest of the guys I have confidence in, like Mello here.
And then Mello, you've been our most reliant guy in the bullpen all season long. How are you feeling coming out there? 2 scoreless. You needed this. It was very crucial. How are you feeling on the hill?
You know, I was feeling good. I was just trusting my stuff, trying to stay in the moment, just knowing what works, even keel, just getting what I need to get going and get the outs. So, yeah.
Bees win it 1-0. Game 3 tomorrow night at Centennial Field in Vermont. Bet you didn't think you'd see us again. Welcome back to New Britain Stadium as the New Britain Bees take on the Norwich Unicorns, another installment of the rivalry of Connecticut, and for the first time ever in the FCBL championship round. New Britain baseball has not been here since its inception in 1983, with the New Britain Red Sox winning it all back in the Eastern League in AA baseball. But now, New Britain has the chance to do something they haven't done in over 42 years and bring a championship back to the city of New Britain. Ben Olvera takes the hill, but unfortunately we look like we're in a delay right now. Hopefully getting this game in. Welcome into the hard-hitting pregame show. I'm TJ Labby alongside Matt Goodman. Now, Matt, what does the Bees need to do to bring a championship back to this great city?
Yeah, TJ, as you were saying, let's hope the game is actually played tonight. Not hope. The game has to be played tonight. The momentum on the offensive side of things has been great. Offense, we knew that they had signs of, some flashes of improvement throughout the entire summer, and now starting to catch fire. And the Bees now in the finals taking on pretty surprising Norwich, the 4 seed when they took down Worcester. And as you said, over 40 years since the Bees have been in the championship. So even win the entire thing in the Futures League. So it's crazy. But the Bees are here, and as you were saying, the weather is not looking great right now. Tarp is on the field. We're starting in a rain delay, but the Bees are here. Norwich is here. You see the players on the field, but it's free admission tonight, so let's hope you come out to the stadium and the Bees can stay hot, because if this game doesn't, if this game's not played tonight, the game is played rather tomorrow, then that takes away a lot of the momentum. So the Bees, if they want to win this game, I think that the game should be played today because the offense has been really good for them.
You want to make it even bigger. If Norwich is able to win this championship, it'll be their 3rd straight title in the past 3 years. But New Britain looking to put a spoil into those plans. FCBL Championship Baseball, hopefully coming up next. Live from historic Dodge Stadium, it's the New Britain Bees taking on the Norwich Unicorns in Game 2 of the FCBL Championship round. New Britain with a fantastic win, a walk-off victory in Game 1 back on Wednesday, and now they're looking to close the deal here at Dodge Stadium against the Sea Unicorns with Colin Blake on the mound.
Yeah, Colin Blake pitched last time the Bees matched up against the Sea Unicorns in 5 innings. He was very good, gave up just 1 earned run, and it's Matt Wooten pitching for Norwich tonight. He's had great success against the Bees in the regular season, just 1 earned run across a couple of appearances. And he pitched in Game 1 of the semifinal round against Worcester. He was very good in that game. Bees won the first game 1-0, TJ. It was a low-scoring pitcher's duel throughout, but finally at the end, the Bees able to cash through for the walk-off.
Yes, and I would expect another pitcher's duel here tonight between Blake and Wooten. Wooten, in his 2 starts against the Bees, has only given up 1 earned run, but has given up 12 hits. So hopefully New Britain can put up a crooked number early in this game. New Britain looking for their first Futures League title. Live from New Britain Stadium on a Saturday afternoon, the New Britain Bees take on the Norwich Unicorns in a championship-deciding Game 3 in the FCBL Championship round. Last night, New Britain fell to Norwich via the walk-off. Bryce Detweiler with the walk-off hit for Norwich last night in the bottom of the 12th. This series has been insane. Riggy with a walk-off hit in Game 1. Detweiler with a walk-off hit in Game 2. And now here we are in Game 3. Ty Davis takes the hill against Cooper Maher.
And what do we need to look out for in Davis today?
Yeah, TJ, all you can ask for really in these playoffs. The Bees had a crazy 3-game series against Vermont in the semifinals. They won that game 3-6-2 up in Burlington. Another winner-take-all. This time, stakes raised a little bit for the championship. Very similar formula to that game 3 in Vermont, though. Ty Davis started that game. He was really good, worked 4 2/3. Bees are going to hope to get 5 innings out of him today and then try to patch it together after that for Maher. He's pitched against the Bees a couple of times this season, and he gave up 1 earned run his last time facing New Britain, so it should be a good one today.
The offense needs to be on today against Maher. We're also expecting to see Matt Wooten out of the bullpen, who got shelled for 3 runs last night, but he looks to probably get more innings. He only pitched 1 inning last night, but it's going to be crucial here at New Britain Stadium. Will we see 3 for the Norwich Unicorns, or will New Britain take home their first Futures League title? Find out next.
Yeah, that's a big thing we've noticed is that they've been tardy on the fastball. Next pitch is a fly ball, base hit, down the line. Crowley looking for second. He might get there. No, he's going. He looked for 3. That will be enough. An RBI double for Colin Crowley, and the Bees take a quick 1-0 lead.
Colin, it's a real golden opportunity here for the Bees to add to their lead.
A big thing they've been trying to capitalize is with runners in scoring position. And that is a fly ball deep over the center, and it gets over Quiros' head. Fagnan coming around third. He's going to score, and Brennan Stobley with an RBI double, and the Bees take a 2-0 lead. For New Britain off an RBI double back in the first, looking to add on more. Runners at second and third. No outs. Next pitch is a high fly ball deep over the right, and that's getting down for a base hit. Here comes Perez to score. Colin Crowley over the second, and it's his second RBI double of the game. New Britain takes a 3-0. So here comes one of the hottest hitters on New Britain, Colin Crowley. The first pitch, it's a high fly ball deep in the right, and it is off the wall. Crowley going over the second. 1 run scores, 2 runs scores, 3 runs scores, and it's an RBI triple for Colin Crowley, and the New Britain Bees take the lead. Wow. Unbelievable! The Bees are buzzing, and New Britain takes a 4-2 lead.